I cannot be a broke nigga, that's crazy. I ain't laid out, bitch, that tea on the crack in the table. That nigga got more connection than cable. I promised my life 2 years on me stable. I ain't never asked for them up, but I'm grateful. I'm trying to blow off Uncle Maybe I still had a tape. I ain't shit. All my neighbors smell. They know Starboy Junior residence. I got a little girl who gon' cook me where it's my time to fail. Live your life. Any nigga trying to start boy junior, he won't survive. All my life, trying to catch up, hitting little niggas go walk a mile. Like what do it happen? Like what can happen? Like what do it happen? Like what do nothing I never do for my pillow. I want pillow. I never do for you. Cause I'm this cause I'm fuck up. When I hit the my city like just the way she take my name. I got nothing. I swear that I feel like you know. You're so like nothing like you know. Respond like you know. I'm a good like you know. I believe my you know I see to be shining. Yeah, I love you, I wanna pop you. Yeah. Sweet boy, what you just like. Okay, so that marks the free birth of the program. Foca Point on it on Foca Online TV. More family today. More family today. This is the Monday, February 28th,
edition of the program Focal Point, and we are not going to waste much of our time. We are going to rumble straight into issues of ultimate concern. Uh, so the man bearing the name James Gunnell, man bearing the name James Gunnell, currently seated in our studio. So we are going there to speak to him very shortly. But before we do that, I would like to recognize my own big brother, dear friend Jeremiah Kroman, who is beyond the every other technical issues with regards to this program. So we will move directly to the program to our guest, and so that he can be able to introduce himself. Uh, Mr. James S. Flomo, you are most welcome to Focal TV.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Okay. How is the Sambo Block A community by
Well, Sample Block A, relatively speaking, right now we are uniting our people. The second edition of the community prestigious block is ongoing.
the community prestigious? Why do you decide to coin it that particular way, prestigious? What makes it seem to be prestigious? What?
Thank you very much. The league is what the community sees as the tool that brings everyone together. Even people you do not see during community meetings, to the gathering of the community, during the community block, you see them all out in a numbers, sharing a block they are from. So this is the reason we call it. Community cleanup and sanitation for the community. It brought together young people and it was successful. And we intending to carry out the second edition of it. And also we have meetings with youth of the community because you know we are primarily representing young people of that community.
So still speaking about the prestigious award in which you classified to be one of the primary tools what you're using to unite the youth of Sango Blockade community. Do you care to tell us some of those individual stakeholders who have been very supportive and instrumental in the organization of said initiative?
Thank you very much. Since the first edition of the league, one person that has been very supportive is Ambassador Tinto Tomape. She was the chief patron of the league during its first edition. And this second edition, she's the only person who, since we have rating, have come to give some level of financial support. But since then, during the first edition, we got overwhelming support from Nixon Gallo Jr. and also the former youth chairman of the community, Amara Dipas. So since then, we have not gotten support from anywhere from any individual.
So how do you perceive their support in terms of in terms of their little contributions they make towards the towards the effort of you reuniting and the general populace in Sako Block A community? How do you perceive their support?
Well, we see their support as something that is used as a tool to help uplift the league. And we do not only restrict it to the league because their talents are being birthed through our league. So their contributions given to the league is used to also fulfill those talents because it is from our block league that players are being scouted to play for bigger team. From the community today, uh, Only Fire, he has played for Bapuru County for the third time, and right now he's playing for Mikey FC. So that support is very much overwhelming to the community and the committee.
Okay. So do you care also tell us who are those that we are working with to ensure that this program is brought to end of the people of Sandbox community? Do you care to make mention of the sporting committee?
Thank you very much. Last year, edition of the league was chaired by Bola Sida and a host of other teammates that he had in the league. And this year's edition is chaired by Brenda Kato, who left earlier on to do for the Simon Bakuru for the National Commission. And she also have with her Francis India, Rudolph Bono, and Eugene Ray. They are the ones who are spearheading the league for this second edition.
I have been gladly told that you 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 did not win on the ticket in which the current chairman of the committee. Do you care to do you care to bring up to speed with the current relationship, the current trend of relationship that exists between you and the current chairman of the committee?
Well, as we speak towards relationship, Chairman Wure, I say we have a 99% perfect working relationship. So I was in elected on ticket. In fact, the entire election, the community voted 16 leaders. Out of the 16, I was only one for my party ticket. That's the Sambo movement for democratic change to win a position to serve the community. The rest of the 15 leaders were voted on the opposition or the ruling party ticket. So after that, Chairman Ray and I we have been working in here, and maybe the first year things were not very much okay as it relates to our working relationship. But now I can show you that we have a 99% working relationship.
So basically in support of this ongoing sport tournament that basically basically is centered around uniting the Sambo community. You see?
Well, he's a full support because every letter that goes out before the league begins, what we do is that we send out communication to who the supporters, to not any of them. In fact, none of them to officers to PA. So he's the one who takes every letter that community. So he's 100% support. And he's on the field when he is playing, especially when he has.
Tell us about this disappointment yesterday. I have been realizing that yesterday people were in an exuberant mood based upon an intelligence that one of the political experiment, representative experiment, was basically going to showcase himself at one of the programs. Unfortunately for you, you people, he didn't show up. Tell us about it.
Well, uh, the Johnny, the antiquated, is a good friend of mine. Me and myself, even when he was in the United States, he always called me and we talk, even when he came to Nigeria. He was one of those waiting while he was waiting to receive the letter. And he personally called me 5 minutes ago to tell me that he received the letter and he was going to work with it. And when he came to Liberia engaging, he said that he was able to be at the opening of that tournament. So with our continuous engagement and lobbying, he told us to have the community informed, to have the committee, the players, the floor blocks informed that he will appear March 19th, which was yesterday, our utmost disappointment and with disappointment of community leaders, stakeholders of our community, stakeholders of the blocks. Waited for him. He did not show up. I kept calling him. He continuously said that he was in a family gathering. He was going to come back. Since then, up to now, I've not received any call from him, which is still disappointing to me. I hope that he will make up for this before our big farmer, because our big farmer is coming up very shortly.
Oh, you think, I can classify you as a veteran in the field of education, considering your numerous experiences you have been with, especially related to classroom. So, what is your leadership doing, considering the fact of, considering the fact that you are a community, the youth chairman for the community? What other initiative do you do in terms of enhancing education and promoting education so that people who don't have the hand can basically get involved or can be able to, maybe the community can provide a little subsidy, to speed up their educational level.
Well, not to speak from the end of the community or the entire community leadership or part of for the youth leadership. But I personally went to the classroom when I was 17 years old. I started teaching. 2 years after, I was called to serve as sports director of the Bishop Albert Middle now High School. When I took over the sports department, I engaged the school because I saw the need that the less privileged people who do not have money to pay the school fee, who have the skill of playing football, kickball, and quizzing should be placed on scholarship based on the level of skill they have. And the program started way back 2014 when the school administration saw it necessary. So from 2014, every year, through my lobbyistic power from the administration, we are able to put at least 50 persons, 50 students on scholarship. Today, there are some of them who have graduated. And one person, some people I can make mention to are Francis Sianti, to Cephas Tama James, Moses James. There are just a lot of them. Even presently, there are many students from the community who are benefiting. Now, when the program grew to understand, I saw that there are a lot of people who can afford, but then our children do not have the requisite skill. So what I did was that clearly told the administration all of the 50 persons who will bring on a scholarship, some of them will not be able to play, but we are doing this to help them. And thankfully, the proprietor of the school is my father, and he's also my pastor. So right now, there are even some people who are not part of the scholarship. What we do is that we talk to him and we allow him to go to school free of charge.
Okay, so you have been speaking about this scholarship. Where do you care to tell us where you generate the money from, especially with regards to supporting this scholarship scheme?
Well, we do not take money from anywhere for now. All we do is that we lobby with the school to accept 50 to 60 students on the scholarship scheme. There is no intervention from anyone, not at all. Since 2014, this program began, we have just been busy with the school. The school have been very much generous, though we have assumed the position of vice principal for instruction, but the school has been generous to always give us this normal self to go to school on this scholarship. And the scholarship is in twofold. We grant 100% patient waiver and 50%. The 100% go to people who we feel they do not have it at all. This the 100% go to them. students who have the ability to play well, give them 100%. The 50% is being given to people who are trying to play the game of football and football. Next year, we want to do a full-fledged run of the scholarship for the coaching department. For the past few years, we have not had a coach to pick up to the children, so the scholarship have been down for the coaching department. That's the reason why in a few years we have not heard Bishop Albert Middle name in coaching tournaments around this week.
Okay, let us try to let us try to put the other conflicts of this during the fight that you and opinion leader. Where do you stand with regards to the proliferations, the rise in the number of people working to lead the district? Where do you stand?
Well, it is right of anyone to have interest in district number 13 and even the country at large. Uh, all we can say is that many of these people who name have been pop up around the district, they are not been around since the by-election in 2018 that brought Honorable Pedro Papi Flomo to represent the people of District 13.
So who do you classify as those people who are strangers? Because if you are talking about they are not been around, then basically you are indirectly classifying them as a stranger to the body politics of District 13. Who are those you are actually referring to as a stranger to the body politics of District 13?
Well, explaining myself that they have not been around, I'm talking in terms of carrying out projects or carrying out those endeavors that people will see, even when election is not around, that people will see and know that someone has an interest in our district and their interest is not for their self-aggrandizement.
So basically, you support the re-elections of Honorable Edo Papi Flomo.
As opinion leader of my community, I have not come up with a definite statement as to whether I'm supporting Honorable Edo Papi Flomo
But don't you
because
think this is the most appropriate platform to use to just uses me to combat the enemy?
well, everything I do is to protect the interests of the Sambo A community. Since Honorable Edo Papi Flomo was elected 2018, he have not visited our community. Up to date, he has no project, absolutely no project in our community. That's why I've been engaging him. And to tell you for free, I engage Edo Papi Flomo so much that I will be sitting myself. He will call me and say, James, I know you're angry with me. I will try to make up. The only person, experiment, who had visited my community among all of the names that have popped up is Pedro Princess Kennedy. There's a bridge that connects the community and Ofi community. That's the J Double Ridge community. That bridge, Sir Joseph did that bridge around 2017, and later on that bridge fell. We engaged Shadow Papi Flomo before Princess Koda. We engaged Shadow Papi Flomo more than 3 years. And in one of our engagements, he told me personally, along with my co-chair for program implementation, Kamosen, he told us in our face that he knows about the bridge that he has been broken down, but he's looking for the right time to come and fix it. All of a sudden, I was at work. Team Princess Little called me that they are doing groundbreaking for that bridge. That I should go there and make my presence felt. I went there. After a few weeks, the bridge was completed and it gave lift to people from the both communities. If you call people from JW community, will speak of that bridge. So right now, the only name among aspiring and even a open lawmaker, the only name that it's a little bit on the tongue of the community dwellers is the name Princess Kennedy. Besides that, all of the people do not have any base in our community. And up to now, our community politically is still vulnerable until the people can ask us to make a position statement, we cannot say now as to in our district who we will support.
Okay, let us say now who you will support. Oh, there is a lot of questions about you as an opinion leader. Oh, the district, the district is vulnerable, as you say. Your community is vulnerable in terms of nobody having a face.
Sure.
Well, one of the basically Cornelia Craft claims that New Georgia Chocolate City because this protective is partitioned into 10 communities. And basically, New Georgia, Chocolate City, and a host of other communities are considered to be the most populated communities. Cornelia Practical claims that New Georgia is one of our strongholds. So where do you stand if you are saying that nobody has ever gone there with the exception of Princess People, then how can you reconcile such statement from coming from the angle of Cornelia Practical?
So, as I said to you, among the aspirants, even the student lawmaker, our community is still vulnerable. None of them has a place there. Even Cornelia Kraptupa, who have said that, I should say that what she has said is not true, and she said it with need to give popularity. But the Sabo community is not a stronghold of Cornelia Kraptupa. I should be clear with that.
Some kind of like in one of the blocks that falls directly under your supervision, there was this fire outbreak that took away the life of a child and properties was damaged. Honorable Errol Papi Flomo told us that he made he made some efforts to restore little calm to the people of that particular household. What, are you not aware about that particular situation relatively to that fire incident?
Well, I was on the scene the day the fire incident took place. I've just came from work. I've just come from work, and then I saw the smoke and started running there. I remained in my working clothes, and with other young men of the community, were able to try our best. Though the fire overwhelmed us, we try our best. Were able to secure the next house because the fire was like going to the next house. So we were able to calm it down. Honorable Papi Fromo make his presence felt. I will not sit here and say something that is not true. He went there, he made a contribution of 500 United States dollar that I'm aware of, and he said that he was going to send mattresses and be food. I'm not aware that he gave the 500. But as an incumbent lawmaker, that is not sufficient in my own thinking. I'm sure he went there because that was an incident. He went so that people will see that he cared for that community, but I can tell you for free, even with his contribution made, people of the community, when he was president, they were still throwing jobs that since you were elected 2018, is this the third time you have come? And look at what happened to the people. They lost everything in the house because the man is a businessman. He can ask every time. So he had money to keep with him and all family belonging. A certain law because they were made a contribution of 500 United States dollars. I'm aware of that fire incident, and the youth leadership met Chairman Wure and were able to raise a good amount from the community. If I would tax every youth of the community to pay an amount of 150, and household were paying something like 300, every youth leader of the community paid something like 500. So imagine the collection being done. We gave a very fat envelope to the family that had the loss.
So where do you really stand? Do you as an individual, and not generalizing, and not generalizing, where do you stand with the issue about, or do you hold the view that the community, it is about time that the community turn a new page to usher in a new leader, or do you hold the view that the community should retain ebb flow based on some of the workings that we have been able to reach out to the people? What do you say?
Well, politics is about tangibles. Uh, if I was to deep in my mind, I feel that Honorable Errol Papiflomo will still be re-elected in district number 13. Reason why I say so is because at the findings and of the 38 communities of district, he has tangibles in 37 of this community. It is only our community that have been singled out, which the dwellers of that community they are very much disappointed in his leadership. But I've seen tangibles in all of the community as I attended one of his annual report. I got the document. He has projects in almost, in fact, not almost, he has projects in 37 communities. But then 2020, it was only two communities that he had not done any project. And the youth channel of that community is also my best friend. It is called the Palm Springs community. It is around the old South. But right now, as I speak to you, the youth chair of that community was a citizen, but because of the intervention made, Color Green made his people happy by keeping the street there, by empowering people, women from his community, by carrying out color projects. Because of that, right now, as I speak to you, he's supposed to be CDC. Though he has not had a position statement, in fact, he doesn't support Color Green re-election. Yes, with the Amos.
Jimenez.
Yes.
Oh, you sound more of you sound more like buying solidarity with the students. Do you care to showcase your political alignment on this platform? Do you?
So it is of no secret. I am part of the CDC in district number 13. I'm the senior hair for Zone 3, district number 13, under the coordinatorship of Madam Antoinette Morba.
Oh, just speaking about your alignment with CDC, with the issue about error public flow, there are three cardinal functions. There are three cardinal functions rather that basically that is basically tasked with the House of Representatives. So anyone who is a representative is expected to maximally perform in those areas or making oversight and representation. So what is the great point if you have to put out every all three functions? What is a great point that you would fix to Cologram in terms of his performance?
Well, the honorable though have disappointment in him, but he has just scored very good grade. If you listen to the news, he just submitted two bills, and those bills are bills that are within the interest of Israel number 13 and that is there should be the first one, there should be budgetary allowance for WAS fees payment. Because struggling parents will start to look for $60 to start paying their children wax fees. So the bill put forth by Edo Papiflogo is laudable, and what he has done, we should commend it. So because of that, it's around 80%.
Or someone could argue that the issue about nobody should be just boasting, even say that Representative Ero Capital does not have that kind of lobbyistic power among his fellow counterparts to push the bill for its for its full authorizations. Where do you stand on that particular issue?
Well, until that time, we'll leave a debate. because I know that he lobbies well. I believe the last time we were in a meeting with him and Sir Joseph, there was a bill that he sponsored. So I believe that if the bill will pass, I believe that he can also lobby with his colleague so that his bill can be passed. And I'm very much optimistic. I know that those members of the 54th legislature will not allow that bill to be swept into the carpet because the bill is not only in the interest of the resident and people of district number 13, it will also serve as a means of alleviating those parents who are struggling within a various constituencies.
Okay, there are all people who are basically following us. Following our broadcast as we go. So I'll be keen to acknowledge them. The likes of Emil Tiwat Tamason. He says, I'm following from Sambo Block A community. He basically injected, he said, when will the ongoing league end? And he said, who do you hold the upcoming elections?
So the Sambo Block A Community League will end this coming Sunday, March 26th. We expect the league to end. I thought there was going to be a question from you as it relates to that. Right now, all we are doing between now and Saturday is to meet those that we are rating, though they are going to give us full shoulder because right now, as we speak, we don't have any cent in our covers to give out for awards or winners. Be Clamasi camp this Sunday, which is March 26th.
All right.
And when he says who am I supporting, I don't know whether it is from the side of representative, senatorial, or presidential.
Okay, how he is talking the representative elections now.
So, like I said, we are going to build concession with our people from Sambo A before we can come out with a position statement.
Then another person, Caroline Harris, says, I'm following from Istanbul Block B community. Thanks for the great explanation. What is your message to our young people in the community? What is your message to the young people in the community?
So, the message that I'm always sending out from the concept of the week, I made a statement yesterday. I also every young person in our community should think positive community because thinking positive towards the community will bring up development. It will make our community to be peace like the ongoing league that is coming. It will make people know that there have not been any violence since the onset of the league. We send out the message that everyone should be peaceful. People will disagree while games are going on. People will be cheering at various blocks, but you're not seeing them engage into face fight or going into something that will create controversy for the community. So the league has been peaceful in our young people. As we come to the climax of the league, we still urge the young people of our community to be peaceful, to continue to trust in that leaders will do all we can to lobby with people from out there. So for now, they are not seeing projects in the community. We are still liaising with people. We are still talking to people to bring them on so that these projects that are needed in the community, especially when it comes to infrastructure, right now the community doesn't have any official office space. We don't have a Palava Hut. We are working towards that. So we will do our best. So all can urge our young people to remain peaceful and keep following.
British elections in this year. Where do you stand with regard to the nation's highest office? Are you one of those who hold the belief that President we should be given a second prior so that he can be able to and so that he can be able to execute their unfinished projects? Where do you stand?
So I'm clear with my position and institution. I remain a small hair of so 3, so district number 13. on the coordinatorship of Anthony Moba. So I'm clear that President Weah comes October 10th, he will be re-elected overwhelmingly by the people of Liberia because of his many developmental activities carried out throughout our country. And so I believe that he will be voted for the second term so that he can complete his projects.
Your statement is so much, is so much confidence. What could be, what could be the motive behind your statement? Because I'm more confident about President Weah being able to seek re-elections.
So many a times when I engage into debate, especially with the guys from the other side, uh, I will tell them that the reason why President Biya will be elected, one of the cardinal reasons, because we don't have a serious opposition. Because if the opposition we have in Liberia today, if they were serious-minded people, since 2017, George Weah was elected and inaugurated 2018, they were going to be engaging, they were going to be meeting the needs of the Liberian people, but they did not.
What
They
is
said
what is your own definition of serious-minded opposition?
a serious-minded opposition will be like sorry to say, I was not supposed to say it, but let me say, one person I follow so much and I admire him the day as he declares his intention to contest in District 13. I'm going to overwhelmingly vote for him and I will encourage people to vote for him. Is Andy Buklejala. Andy is a sedition. He came 2017, contested on the primary of the CDC.
I have been reliably
He
told.
lost.
I have been reliably told that Andy has resigned based upon his disappointment with the style of governance systems of the CDC.
Well, if he has resigned, that is it. But I'm saying that I've been following him 2017 when he lost the primary of the CDC. He left, and you can see even by me sitting here today, it is through Andy's innovation. He is not just a politician, he is a leader. There's a difference between politician and a leader. When you ask a politician about his 5 years plan, about those he's leading, he will not give you a 5 years plan. He will give you a quick impact project. But look at Andy Pope-Jara. As I've been reliably informed, he is building a multi-purpose hub for district number 13, where this studio will also move, where they will have area for conferences and other things. That's the innovation we are talking about. So if the opposition was serious,
Do you see the interventions in the leadership side of Ero Capitol? Do you see similar?
well, comparing Edo Papi Flomo and Andy, they are very different. Edo Papi Flomo has now reached up to the innovation of Andy Pope. I can say that for free.
So who do you attribute to be highly developmental oriented? Who do you?
A person with a vision that the people will see, not a vision that will be kept with you. Andy is a leader today. You see that every high school within our district, they are valid the program will come for it. We come on the platform of Andy to prove herself. And they are being given gifts, they are being given scholarship. This whole program are set as one of the guests. So that's innovation. He has organized hosting tournament. He has organized reading program to help build the reading skill of young people. That's innovation. Do we see this in other leaders? So let me end on the opposition. If Joseph Yunabaka, if Kumis and the other people were serious, the first thing is that after the lost 2017, they were going to keep engaging, keep carrying on projects so that the Liberian people will know that they are around.
What sort of project do you expect them to be, be carrying out? Because they are not in government, and as a matter of fact, they are constrained with the availability of resources. What sort of project do you expect them to
Thank
carry out?
you very much. To emancipate the people of Lofa, Joseph Waka doesn't have to be a president for the benefit of the doubt. He served as vice president for 12
So
years.
what does the Constitution say about being vice president?
Well, if you listen to our present vice president, she has said that he is not an old like the way the former vice president was. So it tells you that once in a position of vice president and managerial go importantly, there are personal initiative of managerial that are alleviating the people of Bonkante. Look at the Joel Starfish Foundation. Those are things, those are innovation. Power Baka did when he was in the position 12 years. In Morovia, you go to whom when Baka was in a position of vice president,
But some
to love it so that the local road will be built.
some could argue that the whole functions as outlined based upon the constitutionalities, based upon the constitutionality, it doesn't anyhow suggest that the vice president, is free or stand with the functions of building rules or building bridges, connecting one alley to another. So he sits in a position where he is the president of the Senate. He's only there. His primary function is there to protect. So how can you reconcile those information in terms of balancing and giving an independent position on it?
So again, that is the reason why Joseph Yuma Baka will not be the president of our country. Because he doesn't have the lobbyistic power. The Joe Howard Taylor he is
Do
lobbying
you see the lobbyistic power being displayed at the Red House here?
100%. 100% the madam knows how to lobby. She really knows how to lobby. So the opposition not engaging the people help to dash the people home. And you saw in 2020 when they came with the CPP, that was a very strong opposition. They started building the hopes of that period. And you saw during the bad election, the senatorial bad election, you see how can they see the CPP won. But moving forward, they touch the hope of the Nigerian people by decentralizing if I'm not decentralized, by breaking down the CPP because of that selfish motive. Nobody wants to give a friendly chance. Nobody wants one person to be a leader. So every one of these opposition, the only thing that we see in them is that they want power. The only thing they want is power, nothing else but power. So the opposition is not serious. Come for 2010, we will be really.
Oh, oh, there is this situation about the the ruling coalitions. There's an internal cracking within the ruling coalitions. In 2017, we had three political parties constituting the ruling coalitions of
Very
democratic
sure,
change.
very sure.
This year, 2023, Liberia is breezing through the electoral process, and I'm yet to see the overwhelming spirit that I saw in the coalitions. Do you care to speak to that?
Well, uh, what I will tell you is that you have to follow closely. I'm not saying the CPC relationship is bread and butter, but there have been an reckoning with one of those constituent party, which is NPP. NPP they had an reckoning where they were fashioned into the Hispanic faction and the Joao Taylor faction. But right now, to speak to you, relationship within the CPC is smooth. And as we speak to you, if you were following the last time, there was six opposition political parties.
Talos party? What's about the Talo party? Because on the
Well,
genesis of these two coalitions that's now into how Talo played a very pivotal role in terms of the organizations of the coalitions. But today we no longer see the kind of Talo the kind of support, the kind of exuberance that Talo previously expressed in the organizing of the coalition for democratic change?
Well, when you speak about startup, the LPDP has been uh, the third when it comes to ranking it within the CDC. You know, the Congress for Democratic Change is very unique, and they tell you to your face the truth that the opposition, when they were coming together, they were acting that they were faithful to King Wisdom. When the coalition was coming together, it was clear that the CDC is the strongest constituent party within the coalition, and MPP based and those statements were based or those positions were based on their political and numerical strength. So based upon that, LPDP is there within the coalition. Now, if you follow closely, the LPDP was the first constituent party to respond towards the coalition document before the NPP. So it tells you that Eric Stadol and his LPDP that 100% support. They are following the election process closely and they are in 100% support, even at the level of the district. Whenever we go for a meeting, the LPDP faction is 100% represented at all of our executive meetings within the district.
Still speaking about national issues. Well, since they established this President Weah in 2018 to the nation's highest seat, what what are some of those disappointments they have? Maybe you have not been able to force the disappointment about his style of governance. What are some of those issues that you basically disagree with President Weah and since took power in 2018?
Well, President, we have biggest mistake in his leadership or biggest lapses that he has in leadership is his silence. Over the time, there will be controversies within the country. There will be major things that will happen in the country. He will be silent on those issues. And to bring you up to speed with some of those issues, uh, when the auditors, when the issue with the auditors on Broad Street, when they died, we expected that immediately the president will come up with a statement that will calm the hearts of the citizens. Besides that, you saw there were other issues, even the recent one with the University of the Bureau students. I believe that the president has also a power spray, and I was one of those who condemned the action of Representative Akaros Gray. He was called and listened to OKFM. They called him, put of him, laugh, and pleaded with him as a national leader not to go there. Even Awu is serving as community youth chairman. If there's a particular block in my community that is disenchanted, and he said, on this day, we maybe I said I want to go there, and he said, on this day, we don't want to see our youth chairman here. With the anger in them, I will not go there because I know my going there will cause chaos and it will be a means of how who is the leader undermining my incredibility. So the president we have was to speak firmly to Akaros Gray and tell him, look, bro, don't go there. Even after the incident, after you have gone there, President Weah was to take the media and make a position statement.
As President Weah condemned the situation since
Up to now, I've any statement from the executive mansion. Not at
So
all.
does it anyhow display that President Weah is entirely competent to govern the state,
No, we
considering the political issues of crimes and crimes of impunity that is being committed among his watch?
well, if you say crimes of impunity,
Yeah, because there are a lot of people who commit crime and they have not been legally pursued by the ministry and by the
so
state.
can you name some of those people so that we can give our own intake on what you are speaking of?
Basically, let us try to speak directly to the those who were stationed. What we expected for the president to have done was to commission commission a
Well,
panel to basically look
well,
at
I,
the
I
situation.
think the act, the United States said the Global Magnitsky Act, right?
Mhm.
So the United States came up and sanctioned these people itself for corruption. And then in their pronouncement, they said that they were going to provide evidence. Up to now, we have not seen the evidence. Even when they came up with that statement, the president immediately suspended the officials of government. And serving as suspension, especially McGill, he said that he's prepared to go to court. He's prepared to go for hearing. Up to now, the United States, I don't know if they have presented any evidence, but if they are not presented evidence, you do not expect President Weah to go ahead and prosecute these leaders because it was not the governor of that bureau that saw these people hence they took his job. So you will accuse the people regarding the proof is on you.
So, there's this argument of basically speed out by speed out by people within the opposition side. They are saying that President Weah does not have a very strong relationship with the with the U.S. government. How do you weigh in on that particular observations from of course from strong political figures within the opposition?
Well, I've always said do not have a serious opposition. So, in terms of what is President Weah not having a relationship with
I should specific since he took over, he has not been invited to have a one-on-one dialogue with the President Joe Biden.
So it is in whose purview to work this dialogue. It is with the president of the United States.
You should be telling me.
It is with the purview of the president of the United States. So if somebody has not seen it necessary to invite the president of Liberia, who is their traditional partner, we should not see it to be that George Weah doesn't have a good relationship. For the matter of fact, he has been invited there, though it is not a personal invitation, but he has been invited.
Also, let us try to go back, flip it, flip it from the national scene to your community level. What do you hope to see yourself in the next elections? You still retain your position, or you still like to retain your say, youth chairman, or do you hope to elevate your status based upon based upon your relationship and the many tangibles you have been able to execute on your influence? What do you see yourself?
Well, if you go to Sample A community, the name came first on second, the names on the lips of the people. Just to synopsis of how I came to this position. When Amara Bikwa won the youth chairmanship of the community, I was not eligible to give vote. Well, but I campaigned for him, however, because of an influence I've had with people. Because, like I told you, even when I was in high school, I was interested in teaching. Famous Tama, Dave, is one permanent president of that community, will tell you. So, the person that I ran against to win, he ran against Nikwazo and was defeated. And I went against him and was able to defeat him. So, balancing the argument, the next election of the community, I will still go as youth chairman. And I'm 100% sure that I will be on web ballot this time because I don't see any opposition to my youth chairman position. Not at all.
You have been alleged of having your hand into the cookie jar with this relates to the previous tournament, that basically seem to unite or basically reunite the people. Where do you stand? You have been seen, you have been alleged of being, of being involved into corruption. What do you stand with regards to that allegations?
Well, the allegation is false and misleading, and I believe that that information should be trashed because it has no place in the mind of our community dwellers. It was just few people who were cruel minded who thought that handling a block would be very easy. So when we hosted the first edition of the block league, I'm going through my phone to find a report that I gave to my youth leadership. The first thing is that we did not have a fee to conduct this league. We went to someone and the person let us down to use that place. Now, after that, after that, we went on to clean a place that is presently called the Expo fee. So those who contributed to that league, uh, the first person was Ambassador Tetoon PB. She gave us 250 United States dollars. And Nixon Gallo Jr. gave us 5,000 dollars. Amara Dikwa Azor, the former youth chairman, gave us 50 United States dollars. The president of the Senior All Star also gave us 50 United States dollars. Or this is the report that we made. To clean the fee alone, to clean the fee, you ask the young people who were there, they have to feed the people who were cleaning the field. If you ever pass to that community, that particular area where the field is situated, that particular side of the field have had trees where people can walk down, dig the root, and you see the root and the hole like a septic tank, and we have to refill it. There were young people walking down there. So we did a report. We gave the report just to work on the field for 1 week. To work on the field for 1 week for food. We used 6,000. And someone said, "Wow, the money is too plenty." Can you imagine that? If you ask the young people, the ate
So how many of you were actually working on the football field at the time? How many of you?
as it relates to the leadership or the community dwellers.
They in its totality.
The first day it was a general stuff. Everybody came out in that normal. We were like 50 persons working. The next day the number dropped and they don't pay. I had a record of 25 persons. And at times go by the number was being coming around 15 to 20, 15 to 20. There were other people who gave up along the way. I will speak to you as a youth chairman. I walked until they were calling that in my palm. So it was very much laughable when people said after they leave my youth leadership, as that chairman they call me to give them report.
What's your relationship with the youth secretary of Sambu Block A Committee? What is your relationship with the youth secretary of Sambu Block?
Well, Elder Clark Williams and I have a standing. And it's just that there are few mistakes that can be made along the way. But relatively, we have a very good working relationship.
Oh, you have a very good working relationship. So
So,
what are some of those ticket issues that you were afraid to have? Maybe it would be some level of tensions between you and your secretary, maybe. And what are some of those issues that that you consider as a sticky issue that you don't want to bust out in public?
I have no issue, absolutely no issue that may serve as confrontation between my secretary and there's no issue. Our relationship is good.
So somebody has accused you of being strong-headed when it comes to wanting you to agree to a particular issue. Can you tell us about this characteristics of your being strong-headed?
So when people are given a tax, we expect them to perform. So all of those issues keep out during the first edition of the program. I must admit, my leadership felt that the league was not going to go over. Actually, because my co-chair for program planning had taken let us to give it. It was surprising to me when it came towards the working around to gather form for this. He was like laid back. He did not want to come. And when it came to cleaning the field, he was here around even up to the last day. When we were working, it was amazing to know that he passed by the field. And then I speak. So some of the young guys came to me angry that one of the leaders that they elected had just passed by and they are working. Then I just stop to greet them. Now to give them something for cold water in a jovial mood. So I could stop to them and to them. There shouldn't be any issue. Maybe he's thinking on some things. That's why he's headed. Awu is the main boss. When you see me, he did not speak to me. Maybe there are issues. So we left it. But going to the league, all of them sat back. We did everything. And the league kick off. Surprisingly, before the final of the league, they came on and said they want to put a stop to the block league final because I did not give them report because I overlooked their offices. I told them none of them could stop to the league.
So did you outlook their office?
No, as a leader, leadership rises and falls with the head of the leadership. So, because they were not willing to work at working everyone in capacity to serve everybody, the coach for project implementation, he had no hair in the block league. He felt that he could not work. Also, he was not engaging. Therefore, I didn't work.
So apparently somebody who say one of the reasons why you were multitasking yourself or overacting is because you wanted to display your morale or what do you stand with regards to that particular issue?
No, it is not because of morale. So I must tell you that I'm a very humble person. Even if I walk underground, it will come. Nothing stays in darkness forever. So as it relates to what I did it for the good of the community. Like I told you, it is on our leadership for the first time that the community play this block league. So it was our leadership I brought the idea, discussed it with my leadership in executive meeting. From there, we met the chairman. Chairman saw it as necessary, we get the letters. But on the way, the entire leadership decided to stay back and watch me. Listen, if anything was going to happen, if the league was not going to go on, people was going to say he thought that he could do it, or they thought that they could do it. We did not have, as I must admit, we did not have a 100% working relationship because I believe that because they felt that I am looking to my party and there were many, I should always succumb. In fact, the first executive meeting I was called after I inauguration, uh, a very reputable person whom name I will not want to call told me in the face in a meeting that I mean, Gono, you have been elected. It is no your one for Sambo movement. We, the Community Retention Party, you can stay with all anything we say, you can follow A. But she is pressing is an elderly person. I respect them a lot, so I did not make any comment. So back then, I believe maybe they did it because the working relationship was not full. But as I speak to you now, all of my leaders and myself, we are 100% working mood. The present leader is doing one. I pass on the matter of authority to the co-chair of project implementation, Kamosne. He is the one who is supervising the committee of the league. In fact, he is the one who constituted the committee.
Okay, your community, Sambo Blockade community, there is this issue about water, water crisis. Now people are expressing concern, especially during the course of the dry season, over the scarcity of water being formed. What is your leadership and what is your leadership doing to arrest that particular situation and have it resolved more amicably?
So, as leaders, our work is to properly represent the people. We started teaching and we are still teaching. As I told you, Pedro Papifumo, despite our disappointment with him, he has tangible in many communities. One of the major projects that Errol Papi Flomo is carrying on is the issue of carrying water to the people, the type of water.
So will your
So
community benefit from that particular
we have been engaging. He has not given us a green light, but we are still engaging because you can see the water tower being built is not far from the community. In fact, we have a one of that goes right before entering the community. We are still no more. If you can bring the parts and run the water in the community, that will be a major upliftment for the people of, for example, a community.
Okay, in a nutshell, do you have any final word as a concluding statement before you can wrap up all the issues that we're talking about? Do you have any final word?
So to conclude, I will firstly love to call on all stakeholders who we are creating. If we did not write you, that was on our side. We are appealing to you right now. Our hands are more. We don't have funding to complete the need. We are still lobbying. So we are appealing to stakeholders in district and the community at large. We need funding. Madam Pepe promised to give 30,000, which she made initial contribution. We are expecting to get a rest from all. So on this platform, I want to say to Amos Tama, who decided and that we will print out all of our certificates for those who will win awards in the league.
All right. Thank you.
So through our lobbying, John Gallo gave us the assurance. We are also to please call to them to believe that they will do their best to keep us on. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you for being on the program. Thank you. Okay. That was the voice of James Kolo. That was the voice of James Kolo. So we have been your presenter, K. Leon Truba, bringing to you live the program Focal Point. As you are all aware, today is the brief brief of the program, the Focal Point. So we have been paying host to James S. Kolo, the youth chairman of Sambok community. This is how we would like to draw a curtain on today's presentation for the program. You will join us on Monday next week for another fascinating mouth-watering discussions on Focal Point. So I would like to acknowledge my veteran Nehemiah Command for playing the technical role behind the scene, making sure that every other thing is well controlled and coordinated. So have a nice day.